Welcome everyone to Rogers Sports Exclusive as we present Meaford Knights hockey as the Knights of Meaford battle the Bradford Rattlers. Gord, this is going to be one heck of a matchup tonight.
Well, it should be. They're 1 point apart. Meaford's 1 point behind them, and this is a 4-point game. Whatever happens in this game, the Rattlers are going to be up 3 points, or Owen Sound. The Meaford Knights would be. There I go already. I've been doing too many games this week. But Meaford will take over third place if they win this contest tonight. So it's one of those games that they're both got to come out with their A game and be exciting here at for both of us and the fans here.
Going to take a look at the Rattlers starting goalkeeper number 35, Trevor Babb, and in 16 games, 12-3 record with a .334 goals against average, .905 save percentage. Gord.
Excellent goaltender the Rattlers have, and of course there's Graham Gimmel. He's starting with Meaford. Of course, he's played 13 games and 9-4-0 record, 3.84 goals against average. With save percentage is a little on the low side, .886. And tonight it could be a little more difficult too because two of the top defensemen that Meaford has are out. Hooper's out being ill, and Colton Langowski's not here either, so that's going to make a huge difference.
Game is underway. The Rattlers are going to dump it into the Meaford zone. The Knights come away with it. There's Daniel McCall. Plays it around to Will Vernon. Vernon loses the handle on it. No harm done. Lucan clears it back now to his defensive players. Here's Lucan. Breaks it over the line. Nice play into the middle. Good job in there by Eric Lowry to get back. It's back to the point. Shot right on. Puck bounces off the boards. That's going to come out.
Early pressure by the Rattlers early in this game, and Meaford on their haunches is sitting back there not getting that puck out of their own zone. Game there, you can see it right happen right there again.
Goodness. Tyler Strutz had that go off of the stick of a rushing Evgeny Lukin. That's going to go all the way down, no icing. In there, chasing it is Chase Lewis. Good forecheck by Meaford here right now. Strutz and Lewis take their man in on the boards. Now they keep it in. Strutz plays it back. Here's a shot, right on, that's tipped. Right in front, score!
Oh, nice goal. Picked up that rebound. Got the puck across to the back side, and of course, burying it.
Daniel Zlega, number 10 for the Knights, opens the scoring. That play, Gord, was started by the forecheck of Tyler Strutz and Chase Lewis.
No doubt about it. Got pressure on him right off the bat. You're going to see the forecheck happen. No, you're just going to see there's the shot on goal. Rebound goes, little back pass right across in front, and he buries it. And, of course, Daniel Zlega got that goal real quick.
So the Knights get on the board early, 1:19 into this game with Daniel Zlega. Now, looks like Graham Gemmel's got some equipment issues down there.
Well, for a minute and a half, the Rattlers were all over Meaford in their own zone. A couple of miscues in front of the net. And it looked like the Rattlers were going to take it to, but like you said, got the puck down deep, went in a forecheck, then got the play out to the blue line. Good shot on goal. Goaltender Babin couldn't control the rebound. Rebound went into the corner. Nice back pass across the paint and boom inside the net.
Take a look at the Rattlers. We'll take a look at the head-to-head here. Bradford record of 16-5. The Knights 14-6-3. You take a look, Meaford with the goals for Meaford well ahead of the Rattlers there. Defensively. Now, here's the interesting thing, the point I was going to make before we looked at this. The Rattlers last year had a high-power offense, but defensively they were horrible. And this year, they've, judging by those 69 goals against, they fixed that defensive problem this year.
Well, that's what you have to do. You have to be able to play defense. Offense can win it for you at times, but when the going gets tough, your defense has to be solid, and if it's not there, doesn't matter how good your offense is.
Here's Brendan Farrell in the corner. He's taken in hard. And one of the Knights players, Hampus Wall, loses his stick. But the Knights are going to keep it in down there. Puck goes down along the boards. Can't get it through. The Rattlers come away with it. Here comes number 20, Terrence McLean. Tries to get it over. Nice job by Will Vernon to cut that one off. Vernon's just going to dump it into the Rattler zone. Knights making a change. Owen Tichborne, he's going to head off right now, but young Owen Tichborne has been on fire for the Knights over the last couple of games. He's starting to bury him.
Well, that's what you got to do is you got to get your A game running, and but it takes a little time to get used to your surroundings and your line mates, and things start to happen.
Callum Queenan lobs that one in there on goal. Babin's going to hold on to it for the face-off.
Oh, it wasn't too difficult for that one. Babin just put that big mitt out and squeezed it. Got to shoot where the goalie isn't, and that was a good shot just the same. So
Callum Queenan in his second year with the Knights. I believe he has now beaten his entire point total for all of last year. And we're not even, I guess we're about halfway through the season right now. So Callum Queenan having a great second year for the Meaford Knights. Can he keep it in now? Delayed offside. Knights need to clear the zone, and they do. Now comes out, here comes Lucan. Evgeny Lucan in front, and a good job by Daniel McCall.
Lucan is their top goal scorer. He has 22, so he can snipe them. So you got to be careful when he's out on the ice. You got to know where he is.
He's been getting a lot of ice time here in these first few minutes of this game. So,
well, I expect to see Will Vernon and Connor Long getting a lot of ice time tonight as they're down too short on the defensive end.
Here's Lucan. Has it knocked away from him. Jeff Hyman out there. Hyman having a great start to the season, too, for the Knights of Meaford. Hyman up there on the forecheck. Knights really giving the Rattlers no space at all. Now the Rattlers come in over the line. Connor Long gets control of that, separates his man from the puck. There's a bit of an elbow thrown there by Martiska, but the Knights are going to come away with it. Puck goes around to the half boards, picked up there by Chase Lewis. Lewis puts it on to Leja to Lewis. Tyler Strutz is going to clear it back in behind the goal. Comes to Lewis right on, and an easy save in there by Trevor Babb.
Again, good pressure by the offensive line of for the Knights, and they kept that puck in deep and did get a shot on goal. They moved it around really nice, good solid forechecking. That seems to be their pattern right now. Throw that puck in deep and then go get it.
Skylar Robertson wins the draw for Meaford, back to Will Vernon. Puck comes back and it is kept in. Julian Delp takes a little hit. Right in front, shot. Another one, that just goes wide. Callum Queenan clears it back around to Skylar Robertson. Picked off now. Here comes the Rattlers, Resniewski. And he is knocked off the puck. Good job by Julian Delp. Now the Knights coming back. Holding on to it is Mitch Bolduc. Plays it over to Delp. Delp loses possession. And a good job again by Meaford getting the stick on that one. Mitch Bolduc takes his man down. Back into the middle, and everybody misses that one. It's going to go all the way back into the Knights zone. Picked up in there by number 18. That's Owen Tichborne. Rink wide now. Chipped into the Bradford Rattler zone. Rattlers get it up to center. It's going to be lobbed in on Graham Gemmell. He's going to cover that up. Meaford really doing a good job at containing the Rattlers. I don't know if they've really had a good scoring opportunity here in the first 5.5 minutes of this game.
I don't think they have, but there was early pressure by the Rattlers in the first minute, the minute 30 seconds. And that was about it. And then after that, now the Knights have just seemed to blanket them right now when they come inside the defensive zone and have managed to keep them outside. And nothing really serious has happened on goal yet, but night is young. This is...
Absolutely. These two teams have a good history against the in games with each other. So there's going to be a penalty here. It's going to be called on the Rattlers. And I think it's going to be an interference call, if I'm not mistaken. Now a bit of rough stuff in the corner there. And it is an interference call. And to see who that penalty's going to.
I believe it's number 24 is going to get the gate, and that's Austin Kane. Oh, sorry, number 14.
It's going to be number 14. That's Adam Brisky going off for interference.
Adam Brisky.
Play happened right at as the Knights were bringing the puck in over the blue line, and Brisky gets nailed for 2 minutes or less. Knights on their first power play of this game.
First power play for Meaford, and it's kind of been clicking lately, so let's see what they can do.
Rattlers win that draw. Knights keep it in. That's Connor Long. Chips it along the boards into the corner. Around behind the net, Callum Queenan gets it back to Tyler Strutz. Strutz tried to get it back to Queenan, but that's cleared all the way back down into the Meaford zone. Picked up by Connor Long. Long's going to hold on to it. Now here's Tyler Strutz with a head of steam. Comes in over center. Strutz fires. That doesn't make it through. But Jeff Hyman picks it up. He loses possession. And that's going to go all the way back down, right down to Graham Gemmell. And Connor Long's going to start all over again. Nice little toe drag. Comes on now. Cleared in there by Chase Lewis. And goalkeeper Trevor Babbin's going to cover that up. Babbin having a great year in goal for, as we saw at the start of the game. He's got an average of just over 3 goals a game, but for GMHL standards, that's a really good goals against average.
Yeah, it certainly is. Actually, any junior hockey standard, that's not bad, and that's what keeps you in the game. It's good, solid goaltending. Shot
right on by Mr. Daniel McCall. That goes off of Babbin into the meshing. Face-off coming to the right of Trevor Babbin in the Bradford goal. Bradford in the dark green, Meaford in the white, black, and red.
Bradford doing a fairly good job of killing this off. Meaford hasn't had the opportunity to get things started, and the puck gets just fired out.
Goes off of Meaford Knights defenseman Daniel McCall. Referee is going to call this face-off. I believe it's going to come just outside the blue line.
Rattlers trying to get stuff organized.
Sweeney takes a shot. Sweeney's going to go to the penalty box. He took a shot at Skylar Robertson, cross-checked him across the back. The referee is not going to have any of this. What a foolish... You know what? It was the timing of that shot, because just as Sweeney took the cross-check into the back of Skylar Robertson, the referee was just skating by. So...
Well, yeah... You know, there's penalties to take and there's dumb penalties to take, but I'll tell you.
The coaching staff for Bradford are not happy at all.
Well, actually, there was a little bit of trash talking going on. And
well, there was, and there was a bit of, but you know how it goes.
Yeah.
So
last guy gets it.
Now the Knights have got a 2-man advantage for the next minute and 3. Not something the Rattlers wanted to be. Cross-checking penalty going to Sweeney, so the Knights with a glorious opportunity to go up by 2. Puck comes back to Will Vernon. Plays it over, shot right on, rebound, where is it?
Underneath Babbin, and Babbin takes the swing at one of the Meaford Knights as they were digging for that loose puck, and it was between Babbin's legs, and made a nice stop, playing well. There's the brain trust on your screen over there. Nate Parrish has taken over the reins of coach about 2 weeks ago.
From the face-off, Knights setting up. Here's Willie Vernon, shot right on. Rebound, picked up by Robertson. Back to Will Vernon. To Delp, back in behind the net. Takes a look. That's Justin Pereira. Pereira, is he going to shoot? He is, right on. Easy save by Babbin. 20 seconds remaining in the first minor penalty. Back to Pereira. Daniel McCall's got himself parked right in front of the goal. Here's the shot, and cannot get through the Rattlers defense. That stung defenseman number 28. That's Marek Matiska. Here's Pereira. First penalty's over. Shot, and Babbin covers that one up. So Rattlers able to kill off that first penalty, Gord, but there's still 53 seconds remaining in the second minor.
Well, Babb made an excellent job of getting position on that particular shot, knocking it down. As you see, Nathan Parrish contemplating what is happening. A glorious scoring opportunity gone away with. You got that two-man advantage, and now the Rattlers take over.
Rattlers, that goes off of the Meaford defenseman's skate. Now the Knights will get a chance to set it up behind the goal. There's Tyler Strutz. Tyler Strutz wearing the C. I hadn't seen a player with the C on it yet, so Tyler Strutz is the captain of the Knights. Puck comes in front. Oh, that bounced off a skate. Luckily for goalkeeper Babb, and that hit him right in the crest.
Well, actually, it was, I believe, Strutz had got a stick on that and deflected it up into the goaltender. And
the referee is pointing. I believe he's saying that the face-off is... Oh, there's going to be a Meaford penalty. Tyler Strutz is heading to the box, and he is not certain why.
I'd like to know what he did, too, so I can't figure out what the call is.
I didn't quite see what the hand gesture was from the referee, but PA announcer Fred Wallace, I'm sure, will let us know here.
Well, it's kind of
an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty.
Well, he went in on goal unless he hit the goaltender in the way he threw, but he put his stick down, deflected that puck up into his midriff, and well, we'll see what they call as they've squandered that.
And it was unsportsmanlike conduct. I've been right twice in a row there, Gord.
Well,
that was an easy one. If it's called after the play, that's normally what it's going to be. So Rattlers now, they get some 4-on-4 hockey for the next 10 seconds, and then the Rattlers will go on their first power play of the game. Knights battling in deep there. They come away with it. Now here's Callum Queenan. Queenan's got Justin Pereira with him. Knights are now on the penalty kill. Got their penalty killers out there. Here comes McLean in over the line. Takes a look, goes in behind the goal. Circles around, drops it off now. There's a shot. That's tipped in front. That just missed the far side. Here's McLean. Shot. The net's off the moorings. Not sure how that came off, but...
Not sure. I think
I didn't quite see exactly what happened, but the Rattlers are not happy at all.
Well, Gimmel, I think, stuck his foot out and knocked it off. So
Gustav Flink is pleading the case with the referees there, but to no avail. 57 seconds remaining in the Rattlers' power play. They haven't really had a chance to get it going here. Knights of Meaford leading 1-0 with an early goal.
Now they're getting another penalty, and
that's Flink. He must have said a little too much. Gustav Flink in the box.
Or it's a bench minor because Flink does wear the C and can say a bit, but I don't blame him for being upset because I do believe that the Meaford player did knock the net off the moorings, and now that nullifies the fact that they back to 4-on-4 hockey.
4-on-4, and the Knights will get a power play.
For the next 50.
That was Gustav Larsson, actually. Gustav Larsson, Flink.
But Flink is in the penalty box, so.
So 4-on-4 for the next 51 seconds, and then the Knights will go on about a 1 minute and 3 second power play. A little bit of undisciplined play on the part of the Rattlers early in this game.
Well, those two particular penalties, you're right, but Meaford has to be careful that they don't give the Rattlers anything.
Here's Justin Pereira, breaks through. Oh, and a collision with the goalkeeper. No harm's going to come of that. Justin Pereira had split the D, and he had the speed, but goalkeeper Babb came out, and that could have been dangerous.
Well, I'll tell you, Meaford just missed a penalty call right there because the goaltender, the defenseman went and picked up the goaltender's stick, had 2 sticks in his hands. Can't have that. That's supposed to be a penalty.
Here's Lowry with the shot. He was going short side, and Babin just flipped the pad out at the last second to knock that one away. Now the Rattlers. Lucan is going to clear it all the way back into the Meaford zone. Meaford on the power play now for the next 45 seconds. I think the Rattlers are very fortunate that they're only down 1 goal at this point with those 2 very undisciplined penalty calls.
Well, you can't do that. You can't be silly and cause your team to be at a disadvantage, and undisciplined penalties will cause that for you. And Meaford has to be careful of that too, because they got one too, and they don't let them Rattlers goad them into something they don't want.
Good job on the forecheck in there by Tyler Strutz. Strutz does a great job, and Chase Lewis is going to dump it back in. Babin, where's he going? In any other league, that's a 2-minute penalty, but not in the GMHL. That puck was cleared directly into the Rattlers bench by goalkeeper Babin.
Yeah, he would get a delay of game, there's no doubt.
3 seconds remaining in the Bradford penalty. The Knights unsuccessful. I think they've had 3 power play opportunities so far, and they haven't been able to capitalize on any of those. So there's the puck's chipped back into the zone. Skylar Robertson in pursuit. Puck's cleared around to the far side. That's going to go into the rafters.
The whole thing is, you were talking about the power play, but I mean, if the penalty killing, you got to look at the other side of it. The Rattlers have done a nice job of doing the penalty killing penalties. So 519-538-6805 is Amici's Pizza. Crew refreshments, they provide us with a great dinner. We really appreciate it. Great member to have of our team there at 334 Syke Street, South Meaford, Ontario. And they are always freshly cooked and best pizza in the 2 counties, Gray and Bruce, as far as I'm concerned. Well, they're close to Simcoe too, so.
Fantastic pizza for sure, and if you're not sure where it is, it's pretty much right across from Tim Hortons here in Meaford. So fantastic job by Daryl Johnson and all the crew at Amici. Thank you so much. Right on, shot. Oh, that changed direction at the last second. And Farrell is taken down hard. Now the Rattlers are going to come away with it. You know, the Rattlers have really sized up this year, Gord. They're a much bigger team than what they were last year. And I thought I would have seen a bit more of a physical game from them tonight, but they haven't really been using that at all.
No, they haven't. And first of all, Meaford has done a tremendous job forechecking and putting a little bit of body onto the guys that are in behind the goal line, and getting the puck coughed off the first goal was what it all about. But you're right, the Rattlers are a much bigger team than last year, and yeah, but the physicality isn't there.
Also, the Rattlers, there's still some members on this team from 2 years ago when the Knights knocked them out in the first round of the playoffs, 3-1. So that may still be in the backs of the minds of the Rattlers. Not to mention the last time these 2 teams met down in Bradford not more than a week ago, the Knights came away with a 6-4 victory. So,
well, the Knights have been playing much better hockey of late and have done a really good. There's a shot
and scores. Beautiful pass and an equally beautiful tip home by Oscar Zekanowski. But what a pass through, and Zekanowski was able to knock that one out of the air behind goalkeeper Graham Gemmell.
Gemmell didn't even stand a chance on this. You'll see the play start on you.
Sweeney, I think, that made that pass.
Here comes across ice. There's 17 to Sweeney. And he made a beautiful pass. He saw it right on the stick of Zekanowski, and he put it away.
Nicely worked goal for sure. And the Rattlers tie it up at 1. Daniel Slega is knocked off that puck. It goes into the corner. Julian Delp. Just about has it picked off. Now here's Chase Lewis. Plays it on to Daniel Slega, and oh my goodness. Now we got some rough stuff in there.
Well, Slega's going for the hit from behind, and now there's going to be some. If Slega's smart, they'll end up getting just those. You can't blame the team for being a little upset with that one, but I don't think there was really any intent because the player turned just at the last moment.
I looked away just at the last second. I heard the thud, but I didn't actually see the hit. But Daniels Lega will have to be careful to see how the referees are going to.
I think Zego will get 2 for hitting from behind for sure, and then
that's number 12 in the box. That's Cameron Nealon. It's in the box now for.
And Nealon is going to get at least 2 for roughing, and possibly. We'll see what happens.
Only seeing a 2-minute minor up there for the Knights. And the coach is over here on the Rattlers bench.
Well, he wants to know there's a discussion.
Oh, no, it's a 5-minute major. That's 5-minute major going up on the Knights side.
Well, there was no intent to hit him from behind. He turned at the last moment and then made contact. He didn't want to really run him out of the rink.
Now, Gustav Larsson better be careful. He's going to talk himself into a penalty. Nealon's in the box. He's got 4 minutes. So a double minor going to Nealon and a 5-minute major being handed out to Daniels Lega.
So in 4 minutes we will. Well, you know, they had the major going to the penalty box, and he came in. You got to, save his. And he went in to save face or pound out the friend for some odd reason. He gets hit again. Undisciplined penalty. They would have had a 5-minute power play as it is now somewhere.
That's right.
They're going to get a penalty, and they're going to get a 1-minute power play in 4 minutes.
Roughing and unsportsmanlike going to number 12. Cameron Nealon for the Rattlers, and a 5-minute major for cross-checking going to the Knights' Daniels Lega. So the Knights, as you said, Gord, undisciplined again by the Rattlers. If they had it stayed out of it, they would have a 5-minute power play. As it stands now, they'll have a 1-minute power play.
They're working 4-on-4 for the next 4 minutes or less. So
here's Sweeney in the corner. He set up that last goal, or the one and only goal by the Rattlers. Now here's Strutz. Strutz plays it over to Chase Lewis. Oh, and he just about got past Terrence McLean, but McLean turned around right at the right time and got that puck out of harm's way.
Well, he put a big hook on him, and no call on that one. So
now here come the Rattlers into the zone. There's Maritska. Plays it around now. Comes to number 26. That's Gustav Flink. Here's McLean. He's got some space. Good job. Blocked by Chase Lewis. Puck comes. Oh, that goes right through the skates of Flink. Here's a shot. Oh, and Graham Gemmell gets enough of that to knock it away. 6 minutes remaining. Period number 1.
2:46 remaining in the 4-on-4. Kind of a penalty-filled first period and some undisciplined play by the Rattlers.
Here's Connor Long in over the line. Tries to get past the defenseman. He can't, but he's able to keep it in. Callum Queenan in pursuit there on number 3, Moscovitan. But the Rattlers unable to get anything going here at all. The Knights are playing them tight. Here's Ruslan Moscovitan. Shot goes right down on Graham Gemmell. Team's very tentative right now, Gord. They're showing a lot of respect for each other, I think.
Well, I'm not sure that's for, but you're right. They are kind of tentative. It's a 1-1 tie, but just still wary. But they're their own worst enemy. They're shooting themselves in the foot, both teams. So this period is not surprising. It's 1-1.
I can bet the Rattlers coaching staff are going to have a few words for the players as far as these undisciplined penalties go. It's really cost them. They're very lucky to be tied at 1-1 here so far.
I think so too.
Knights can't come away with it. Now here comes Zekanowski. He got the first goal, or the one and only goal for the Rattlers. Comes back to Zekanowski. Plays it back to the point, working into the middle. McLean with a shot right on. Sorry, that was Talipov. A shot right on. Good save by Graham Gemmell. Take a look at the scoring leaders for the Knights of Meaford. Tyler Strutz leading the way, 18-18 for 36.
Well, the last time we were on the air, we talked about scoring by committee, and you can see it right in front of you is Strutz leading with 18 goals and 18 assists for 36 points. But they haven't got anybody in the top 20 in the league, and yet they're sitting fourth in their division with a decent record. So they've got 4 lines that come over the boards, and they do a really nice job of changing up everybody, and everybody can contribute.
Will Vernon gets it over to, here's a shot by Strutz. That doesn't make through. Bouncing puck, and the Rattlers are going to come away with it, but Will Vernon, veteran on this Meaford Knights team, he's been here for the 3 years that I've been.
He certainly has. And Vernon and Connor Long have been probably the longest
serving members on this Meaford team for sure. Now here's McLean. He turns. Got 3 Knights back there all by himself. And the Knights are going to come away with it again. Here's Justin Pereira. Pereira just dumps it right in on goal. Trying to get a line change, and he gets one. 52 seconds remaining in the Bradford penalty. Here comes a shot, right on, scores! What a shot there by number 55, Matthew Tozer.
Tozer gets a goal.
Now here comes some more foolish penalties.
And now Will Vernon is going to get the gate for unsportsmanlike conduct.
Well, there was already one Knight player. Let's take a look on the replay here, Gord, of that goal. And Tozer just works his way around a perfectly placed shot over the shoulder of Graham Gemmell.
Gemmell couldn't cross in time to get down on his knees, and then, of course, is upstairs. And
okay, we're going to have offsetting minors here, I think. Number 9 for the, I saw a 10-minute misconduct indication over there, and it may have gone to number 9, Andy Romani. We'll have to wait and see.
Well, the Knights are going to sit in the penalty box over there. You can see both the players are sitting there, number 10.
I think Romani got a 10-minute misconduct.
Just going to get, it's a possibility, but what's going to happen here is the Knights are going to get.
These are coincidental minors, so Will Vernon's off for the Knights. Romani in the box. But I'm almost positive the referee gave the indication for a misconduct penalty. And we'll have a listen.
Well, they're still short of. They got 3-on-3 hockey for the next. I thought it should be a 4-on-3 by the Rattlers, but it looks like 3-on-2. 2 men in the penalty box.
Knights take possession. Knights trailing by a score of 2-1. 3:44 remain in period number 1.
Bradford Rattlers penalty to number 9, Andy Romani. And to the Knights of Meaford is number 2, Will Vernon. 2 minutes each for unsportsmanlike conduct. Time of the penalty is 16:04. Andy Romani of Bradford. And to the Knights of Meaford, Will Vernon.
Okay, so they were just coincidental minors.
They end up playing
for unsportsmanlike conduct. No 10-minute misconduct, as I thought. So Rattlers working the puck around now. Here's Talipov. Talipov tries to get his man in front. Great job by Julian Delp to take his man out of the play. That puck goes right on Trevor Babb.
Looks like the.
Now here's Flink. Last year he was just known as Gustav Larson. This year it's a Larson Flink, so Mom got married, I guess. I would imagine. Here's a shot right on goal. I mean, I'm just guessing, but I would imagine.
I'm not even comment on that, but
too far? I don't know. And the Knights try to get it out, and they do.
Knights are killing this penalty off as the Rattlers are on a power play for the next 19 seconds, I think.
Larson. Shot right on. Graham Gemmel gets a hold of that one.
He was in great position for that one and managed to get that big mid up, knock it down. Big red pads and red gloves. That's the match's uniform.
2:02 remaining. Period number 1. 4-on-4. Lots of ice there for everybody to. And those penalties are over back to 5-on-5 now.
First time in a while that we've had 5-on-5 hockey.
That's right. Now the puck comes off the boards, and Daniels Lega, can he get a hold of it? He does. Nice look back, shot. That hits Tyler Strutz in front of the goal.
Bench is yelling that was offside, and I think they're probably right.
I think he was right. But we'll take it. Kept in there by Tyler Strutz. Strutz plays it on to Chase Lewis. Back into Strutz. He can't get it out front. Back in behind to Strutz. Tyler Strutz working his way around. He keeps it in just barely. But here come the Rat. Oh, that just missed Tozer.
Another half a step and Tozer would have been way to the races, and he would have had breakaway. That just missed the tape.
1:02 remaining in period number 1.
One of the strange periods in number 1 with a penalty filled, some shenanigans going on. I think both teams are both coaches, staffs are going to have something to say to their players when they get into the room.
Not the most exciting of periods, but
they've played. One team or another has played shorthanded for at least 12 minutes in this period. So specialty teams have been really good because nobody scored a power play goal.
Rattlers playing some games here. They're trying to get certain players out there, and the referee is not falling for it. Keep it up. They're going to get themselves a delay of game penalty here. From the draw. Puck's cleared around. Last minute of play here in the first period. That's tipped dangerously right on goal. And Trevor Babb takes his man down.
Well, actually, Trevor didn't really do too much. They tripped over the goaltender's stick as he was there. So, but he looked.
Just blame Babin anyway.
Oh, okay.
All right. Because he tripped over his stick. He could have moved his stick.
True enough. I never thought about that. Why? Just couldn't think about that.
You're not going to win tonight.
No, not at all.
All right. Puck comes back. I'll talk my way out of anything tonight. There's Flink. Gustav Flink. That puck is shot off the boards. No big bounce I think they were hoping for. Comes out front. That's tipped in front. Now here's an opportunity. Brendan Farrell. Oh my goodness, he had the makings of a nice looking play.
One too many moves. He got across the slot area and lost control of the puck.
Lucan was stopped dead in his tracks. 20 seconds remaining. Knight's trying to get another opportunity here. Bounces off the back of the referee. Here's Will Vernon. We got 10 seconds left. Right on Babin. Is he going to hold it? Yes, he is. He might have been better off just to throw that one away, but
yeah.
The Knights have got 6.4 seconds to work with here. And a draw to the right of Trevor Babin.
Well, that was quite the play. Yeah, you're right. I would have just dropped and knocked it into the corner, killed the time, because good face-off and a quick shot can be troublesome at this time of the game.
Now, the referee's not allowing Meaford to make a change now for some reason.
They've also picked up a penalty, and the coach is going, for what? I could see him. He's on the bench. Referee just handed out another penalty with 6 seconds to go here in the first period, which means Meaford will come back at the first period and be on the power play. They kill, unless they can do something in 6 seconds.
I'm not sure what happened there, but it might be another bench minor or somebody yapping again.
Well, if it's an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, their coaches have really got to get the discipline under control here for both the Rattlers, because
here's the Knights. Here's a chance in front. Chase Lewis. What a chance at the buzzer. Unsportsmanlike conduct, which roughly translated shooting your mouth off to the referee.
The Rattlers are going to take a 2-1 lead going into this quarter, but this is a very, very interesting period, very undisciplined as far as the Rattlers concerned. We're going to have a second period coming up shortly, so and Meaford will be on the power plays. They picked up at less than 6 seconds to go on unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. We'll see what happens.
They definitely need to score one early. When we come back with period number 2 from the Meaford St. Vincent Community Center, the score after one period of play, the Bradford Rattlers 2, the Knights of Meaford 1. We'll be back. We'll be right back.
The following program is brought to you by Rogers Anyplace TV. Enjoy exclusive content for free. Visit RogersAnyplaceTV.com.
I have a job for you.
What the?
Happy safe, Romo! You will last 1 hour without me.
The only way Bryce and Kincaid don't make it. So they kill each other first. I want everything on Jimmy Logan.
I know how they move the money.
You Logans mustn't be as simple-minded as people say.
People say that.
Humanitarian crises are impacting more and more people around the world. Fortunately, there are organizations to come to their aid. But sometimes the need is so great that even with the best of intentions, it can't be done alone. That's why in Canada, we've brought leading aid agencies together to form the Humanitarian Coalition. Because together, we can save more lives.
Hey everyone, I'm Christina of Homebodies Fitness. Join me for your at-home fitness routine. Let's all get fit together. Only on Rogers TV, Homebodies Fitness.
We are back. Period number 2 about to get underway. As you can see on your screen, the Bradford Rattlers leading the Knights of Meaford by a score of 2-1 after one period of play. Gord, I'm Rob Leonard, and with me, as always, Mr. Gord Chapman. Gord, let's take a look at the standings right now. Temiskaming on a 15-game winning streak, Gord.
Wow, that's amazing. And of course, they're way out in front now with 38 points. There was a time when they were just struggling, but they managed to put it together. But you can see how close the league actually still is. There's still only 7 points in front of Meaford. And with a win tonight, Meaford can move into third place with 33 points. So this division is pretty tight. But as the game is starting to get started, Meaford is down 2-1 in this particular contest. But it's a tale of two things. Number one, Rattlers' undisciplined play. That's probably the thing right now that we have to look at. But then again, Meaford hasn't been able to capitalize on the fact that they had a two-man advantage and not be able to score goals. And right now sit 2-1 here to start the second period.
And they've got a great opportunity to tie this one up here. Almost a full 2-minute power play. Again, from the Rattlers, just not able to keep their mouths shut. Let's put it that way. That simple. That could have been a hooking call. Down goes the Knights player. The puck goes all the way back down into the Meaford zone. And I heard in the intermission the Rattlers coach quite upset with the fact that his players were being called for talking too much. Well, you know what? Tell them to stop talking so much, and then they're not going to get the penalty.
Producer Mark Perry basically said you adapt. If they don't want you talking, don't talk. You won't get the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty.
Tyler Strutz cannot get through, but it's picked up here by Callum Queen, and that's going to be called offside.
Well, Queenan didn't quite wait or didn't see the Meaford forward trapped inside the zone, so they'll get the offside penalty in the faceoff just outside the blue line to the right of goaltender Babin, just outside the line. So you see where the linesman, number 5, is sitting there waiting for the teams to line up. And
Knights and the Rattlers have had some real battles over the 2.5 seasons that I've been covering Knights hockey, and been A lot of entertaining hockey, and tonight is no different.
Well, actually, that first period was not the greatest hockey that we've experienced, but hey, I'm hoping it's going to get better.
Knights are called for icing. Having a hard time getting it going here, but there's still about a minute remaining in that power play.
Well, full marks to the Rattlers all night long. They've been on the short end of the stick sitting in the penalty box, and they've killed off the penalties time after time, which the Knights are having difficulty getting started with this power play. It has been clicking as of late, but tonight not so.
There's a play across the middle to Pereira. Pereira's watched closely in there, and the Rattlers do a great job of clearing this one out, and it's going to go all the way back down in. Ooh, my. That took a crazy bounce on Graham Gemmel, but looked like his baseball skills from the summertime paid off well there. He got down and blocked that shot. Rattlers taking control here. 30 seconds remaining in the power play. They're going to rag that one back. There's Romani. Plays it off now to number 28 to Martiska. Martiska is going to dump it into the Meaford zone. They're going to change up. Here's Daniel McCall, the pride of Ireland. Swings that puck all the way back in. I'd be remiss not to say hello to the McCall family in Ireland. I believe it's Dublin. Got to meet them here a couple of weeks ago, Gord, as they made a surprise trip to Canada.
Well, it was nice of them to see the young lad play hockey. He was excited at the time he found out his folks were in the stands.
Puck's cleared back in by Connor Long. The Knights clear the zone. Penalties over.
Another successful penalty kill by the Rattlers, who lead this 2-1.
Owen Tichborne is grabbed. Look at the hold here, and the referees don't see this. Oh, my goodness.
And then a hook just in front of the net.
Oh, my goodness. He had Owen Tichborne in a bear hug. Tip right on. Heineman. The puck is loose, but the referee lost sight. Two referees did not see Owen Tichborne being bear hugged by the Rattlers player over by the boards.
And then in front of the net, they missed the one where he was hooked and knocked down. So, you know what, folks? If the referees let it go and let them both play hockey, then that's fine. But if they're,
can't change the rules midstream.
No, but you got to, yeah, exactly. So
Owen Tichborne's going to take the draw here for the Knights to the right of Rattlers goalkeeper Babin. Right in front. Oh, what an opportunity. Brandon Farrell. Was that a set play?
I don't know, but he sure got close to the goal. Close to the goaltender. You're going to see the replay right now. Wins the draw here.
Tichborne, I thought he lost this draw, but did it played it through and right onto the stick of Farrell, but
Babbitt got the big pad down and just steered it to the side. It was a good stop, good play.
Rattlers defender just forgot all about Farrell. There's a good job by Will Vernon to keep that in. He chases after it. Knights good on the forecheck here right now. Hampus Wall takes his man. Will Vernon's going to clear it back now to Julian Delp. Plays it on Tichborne, can't get it over center. Now here's Sweeney. Sweeney helps set up that first Bradford goal. Wisnowski takes his man down. Now here's Hampus Wall. Wall fires it off of a pad. Babin's going to cover that one up. That's the fourth line for Meaford, the line that was just out here right now with Hampus Wall, Owen Tichborne, and Brendan Farrell. And those guys have produced a lot of points this year for Meaford from that fourth line.
Well, they have, but they've been getting points from all four lines. And we talked about it earlier in the season about how the coaches were just turning the four lines and out over the bench, keep turning them out. And you see what happens at the end of the third period, and you'll start to see they're the fresher of the two teams.
Right in front. Yeah. Where is it? Oh, it's on top of the goal. That was just tipped by Daniel Zlega.
I had thought that had gone in. I was wondering. You're going to see the Rogers replay because it goes into the corner. You're going to see the face-off. Wins the draw. Puck goes back into the corner. Comes out in front. And up over the top of the goaltender. And I thought it dropped in behind, but there it is. Up on the top of the net.
Knights battling hard in there. And that's going to be cleared out and picked up Connor Long misplays that momentarily. Puck goes off. Right. Oh, Babin. My goodness. Now, Daniels Lega does not like the way he was handled in front of the goal there by, I believe that was number 18, Zekanowski. Now the referee's had enough. Looks like there's going to be, is it unsportsmanlike penalties coming?
I don't know. The signal he gave was too many men on the ice. That's that circle. Well, they're both going. They're going to get the gate. Looks like double minor.
And the referee is motioning to the players that quit yapping. He's warning them.
Well, they're going to turn around. Somebody's going to get tossed. And, you're going to get the 2-minute minor, and then they're going to get tossed or a 10-minute misconduct.
It's going to be a Rattlers. The Rattlers are going in there for 2, and the referee's warning them, you keep it up, there's going to be more.
Austin Keane heading to the penalty box, and I think that was probably going to get interference. Meaford going back on the power play. Another opportunity to tie this game up with 4 minutes gone here in the second period. And the Rattlers are making some pretty silly mistakes and have it causing, I don't think it's 24 that's going in. It's Austin Keane. 55.
Take a look now at the South Division standings. Kingsville has made their way to the top. St. George have been sitting there all season long. But watch out for that Niagara team. They've played about 4 and 5 less games than the 2 teams ahead of them.
But, yeah, so, I mean, that's tight, too. The top 4 teams are
right down to number 6, really, if you take a look in the loss column.
Yeah, true enough. 6 to first.
10-minute misconduct. Unsportsmanlike conduct. That has been a ton of those penalties handed out to the Rattlers in the first period. Probably about 5, I would imagine, Gord. And they're keeping it going here in the second period.
Well, it doesn't make any sense to me. If you're going to get burned, you don't put your hand back inside the toaster. You know you're going to get burned. So, I mean, why would they do it now and end up with 2-minute minor for unsportsmanlike conduct?
The referee obviously made it very clear at the start of this game what he was going to tolerate and what he wasn't. And, less than 2 minutes into this game, the Rattlers have taken their first unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, and it's just continued on. So, the referee warned you well ahead of time. If you want to keep it up, then the Knights are going to keep on this power play, and eventually they're going to end up stinging you.
Well, not only that, but he's sitting 12 minutes. He's got a 10-minute misconduct on top of that. So not only did he get 2 for unsportsmanlike conduct, but he's getting a 10-minute misconduct. So.
Oh, and Skylar Robertson tried to bang that in off of Babin. Didn't happen. Here's Mitch Bolduc behind the net. He's a smart player, setup guy. Right on by Vernon. Rebound, and Babin covers it up with Tyler Strutz. That was Jeff Hyman right down on top of him.
Well, he's there in that doorstep, and I tell you, Babin's been good. He's done a really great job for the Rattlers and getting things done. So making some saves, he's keeping them in the game. It's 2-1 for the.
There's my buddy Nico Walsh. I don't know if he gave me the throat slit sign there. I'm not sure what it was. I did make a little joke, a joke about him on Night Stock, so.
Probably going to get in trouble. I wouldn't go to the parking lot alone tonight.
I don't know. He's standing there. I'm watching my back. He was sitting second in team scoring, and I made a comment that if he... here's a pass out front. Oh, my goodness. Callum Queenan just missed that one. Shot tipped in front. Knights getting their chances. Here's Tyler Strutz. Into Hyman. Works it around in front, off a skate. Where is it? And it's in between the pads of goalkeeper Trevor Babb.
Babin right now is the difference between this hockey game. He's made some really good stops. You're going to see the play on Rogers replay. As the shot comes through, and you'll see it on your screen, and then there it is right as the
right there.
And finally, he just puts his big glove and closes his legs and stops the shot. But the shot come across right in front of him, and Meaford had an opportunity to bury it, but Babin right on the spot.
McCall takes an elbow from Romani. Lets it go. Knights clear the puck back in. Delayed offside. Knights clear the zone. Campus Wall takes his man. Romani plays it to Tozer. Goes into the corner. Daniel McCall. Romani. Daniel McCall picks it up now for the Knights. Takes a look off the boards. Now here come the Knights. This Brandon Farrell. Farrell's knocked off of that one. Campus Wall takes his man. Now here's Andy Romani. Romani clears it in. Easy snag in there by Graham Gemmel. He's going to cover that up. 13-18 remaining, period number 2. No scoring so far in this second period. We had 2 goals by Bradford in the first and 1 by Meaford. But again, those unsportsmanlike conduct penalties to Bradford, not hurting them at this point, but you can't help but think that that's going to catch up to them eventually in this game if they keep it up.
Well, it will if they keep it up, but Meaford's power play has been a little bit anemic, and they haven't been able to get things started, and they've had all kinds of opportunity. But then again, too, that's about looking at the glass as half full. You look at the other side of the ice, you got to give the Rattlers full marks for their special teams, too, because they killed off all the opportunities that were presented. So the Knights have got to step it up when it comes to they're going to be shorthanded, but maybe Rattlers are going to get smart and not get any more stupid penalties.
Well, you know, in my mind, I'm thinking, too, that the more that your penalty kill is out there, the worse it is for your team. And then, on top of that, the Meaford Knights, their strongest period is the third period. So, but we'll see. Still lots of hockey to go in this one. Telepoff misses that one. Goes in behind the goal, 71. That's Eric Brenestad. All the way from Norway. Say hello to his father, Runa. Sure, all the families will be watching this on Rogers' YouTube channel, probably sometime Saturday or early Sunday. Of course, you'll be watching this on Friday on Rogers' channel 53. Night player taken down. That could have been interference, but obviously not. Puck's in behind the net. Good job in there, Justin Pereira. Here's Heineman. Looks in front. Chase Lewis, shot right on. Now the Rattlers trying to set up. Nice play over here now to Flink. Gustav Flink with a shot. Oh, he tried to go short side. Puck's in front. Don't let Flink get that in that area because he does not miss. Pass in front. Backhander. Oh. Graham Gemmel with another save. Shot right on. Good save, Graham Gemmel.
Rattlers getting the whole bunch of pressure right now as it was been sustained now for the last 30 or 40 seconds.
Now the Knights come away with it. Tried to go that long lead pass to Chase Lewis, but he was unable to grab that one. And they're going to try it again. That is right on goalkeeper Babin. Chase Lewis going after that one. And the puck's going to come out now. The Knights are going to settle it down, try and get it back into the zone. They do, but it's back out again. Good check in there by Tyler Strutz. Here's a shot right on. Graham Gemmel easily knocks that to the boards. Referee's telling them to move it, and they do. Pass into the middle now. Here comes number 10. That's Daniel Lega. Lega shot right on, scores! Daniel Lega with his second goal of the game. That changed direction or partially screened Babin. We'll take a look on the replay.
But Babin was all set for it, and his Lega took that puck inside the circle, and you'll see the lead pass coming up the ice. Lega picks it up and then stops and waits for the man to open up, comes into the circle, then just lets it go. And I don't think Babin saw it because by the time he realized it was by him.
So Daniel Lega should get credit for that goal, his second of the game. And the Knights have tied it at 2. What's the old saying? Just throw that puck at the net. You never know what's going to happen.
Well, it's never a bad thing to do that. There's no doubt about it.
So Daniels Lega picks up his second of the game to tie it at 2 for Meaford.
Well, I'm not surprised that they've tied this game up because basically Meaford has taken it to the Rattlers in this period and had more offensive chances.
Callum Queenan battling hard down there. The Knights doing a good job, but now here comes Nealon. And a bad pass and another bad pass. 2 passes by both teams, one and both of them behind the man intended for it. Now the Knights come away with it. Here's Will Vernon. Vernon trying to get some speed going here, brings it into the zone. Nice play in front for Robertson. Robertson goes in hard. Vernon tips it around to Daniel McCall. McCall into Vernon. And now the Rattlers try that long lead pass. There's a man in behind the Meaford D. That is going to go for icing.
A couple of close chances at both ends of the ice, but Meaford, the Rattlers have only had about 30 seconds worth of actual sustained offense, but Meaford playing really well. 519-538-6805 is Amici's Pizza, traditional cuisine. They provide the food for our freshmen, for our crew, and we really appreciate it when those pizzas come out through the door. They're the best in the Tri-Counties, I'll tell you. Always fresh cooked, 334 Syke Street, right across the street from Tim Hortons. What a great member to have on our team. We'd love to have you here, guys.
Knights lose the draw. Rattlers try to come away with. That's going to be another icing call against the Bradford Rattlers. And first goal of this second period, Daniels Lega gets his second for the Knights to tie it at 2. And it's been a bit of a strange second period. It's kind of almost as strange as that first period, good.
Well, we haven't had the penalties, but Meaford has really turned on the offense, but they haven't been rewarded for some of the effort. Babin is playing extremely well, but the goal by Lega was a strange one because I don't think he saw it. Because it's kind of slid in on the glove side, and he has been just dynamite this whole game, and has just thwarted Meaford with his solid play.
Referee indicates that the puck was knocked down with a high stick, so it comes all the way back into the Rattler zone. Puck goes into the corner. Tyler Strutz leading the team in scoring all season long. Puck comes in front. Goes off of Daniels Lega. Lega looking for his hat trick. That puck goes off of a stick, and it's picked up, and good check in there by Connor Long. Knights doing a good job separating the man from the puck and getting it out of the zone. Romani fans on it. Here's a shot right on. Another one. And where is it? Graham Gemmell has it underneath him. Number 68, Alexei Mashkov.
Had a great opportunity to come in on goal and got that forehand and made one backhand and then got it on the forehand, but into the equipment of Gemmell, and Gemmell was Johnny on the spot to make that save. So
Dimitri Karasini having words with the referees.
Better be careful.
They're not talking to number 77 anymore. He's the one that's been throwing out the penalties for too much yapping. Shot! Oh, what a save, Graham Gemmell!
I don't think Gemmell saw that at all.
He did not. He just stuck his glove up there, and thanks to the hockey gods that he got used to that. I'll take another look here on the replay.
Quick
draws being taken there by Larson Flink. There's a shot, and you're right. You can tell by his reaction, he had no idea where that puck was.
No, he didn't see it at all, but a great job in the face-off circle by number 10. I guess it was 12, Nealon, as he won the draw, got it back, and then the shot on goal was so quick.
7:53 remaining here, period number 2, all tied up at 2s. As I said, Daniels Lega with 2 goals for the Knights in this one. Puck's kept in to the Meaford zone. Into the corner it goes. Rattlers come away with it. Now here's the Knights. Justin Pereira gets it on to Lowry. Lowry fires. Knights are going to keep it in. Eric Lowry. Justin Pereira. Doing a good job. Take it. Oh, my goodness. Took out his own player.
Almost knee to knee on that one.
Eric Lowry was looking to take out flank, but ended up taking out Pereira instead. Here we go, breakaway, and scores! Number 8, that's Mitch Bolduc, gets behind the Rattlers D and makes no mistake and buries it behind goalkeeper Trevor Babb. And Babin is quite upset at this point. He's not moving, he's sitting on the ice.
Well, that's pretty tough to take. You're going to see Bolduc just hanging out at center ice, and they got the puck to him. And bang, you're going to see he took it back to his backhand and put it on that side. And yes, Babin's not upset at his play. There's not much he could do about that. But
no, you can see that it was the Rattlers got caught on a bad line change. That's what had happened there. Their one defenseman was stuck at the line. I think the Rattlers, yes, the Rattlers are gone to the penalty box. High sticking or mouthing off?
Unsportsmanlike conduct, probably again.
Saw the referee motion with a high sticking, but the referee or the Bradford coach, who was upset in the first intermission, is having words with the referee again. Take a look. The Knights not only get a goal, but they're going to get a power play out of this.
Well, something happened after the game, after the goal. So it wasn't just because normally the goal would nullify the penalty, but it was delayed. So obviously.
Knights' favorite goal is good for the season, scored by number 8, Mitch Bolduc. Assisted by number 95, Jeff Hyman. And by number 2, Will Berman. Time to goal, 14 minutes.
Well, Hyman on that goal just was absolutely dynamite as he put the puck right on Bolduc's stick. Bolduc made no mistake when he went on goal.
That should have been a penalty right there. Mitch Bolduc was taken down hard.
Well, it looked like he chipped him.
Unsportsmanlike conduct penalty again. I'll be interested to see. And here's a breakaway now. Number 12. He shoots. Oh, what a save, Graham Gemmell. Gemmell comes up big.
Again, and a second shot on goal, and Gemmell was there.
Cameron Nealon was all by himself, but Graham Gemmell kept that one out. That puck's going to go into the meshing for a face-off.
Wow, what a save by Gemmell. You're going to see it on replay coming up on your screen. You're going to see the puck come back to the blue line, hit a stick.
Nealon comes away with it clean.
And then Nealon gets it. Right in on goal. Here comes Gemmell to the right and onto the pad. Got to put it upstairs on those. I'm sorry, guys. Goaltenders today play that post-to-post butterfly, and you've got to backhand it and get it up into the mesh area. Make him work his upper body because that's what they'll take the bottom away from you.
Under 6 minutes remaining here in period number 2. The Knights with 2 goals in this period to take a 3-2 lead, and they're on the power play for the next 40 seconds. But here comes Nealon again into the Meaford zone. Graham Gemmell, cool as a cucumber in there, makes the save. And Callum Queenan was rocked on that hit. He was having a hard time getting up there, but he's tough as nails, that boy. Take a couple of extra breaths. Referee's making him go off.
Well, you know what? That's not such a bad thing. He took a pretty good hit. There's no point in him staying out on the ice if he's not feeling good. And, you know, with...
referee sent him for his own sake, I believe. That's why he did it. And Callum Queenan's not very happy at this moment because he made him come off the ice. But
well, I don't blame the officials for doing that.
No,
you know,
he's taking the best interest of the player at heart.
Well,
see Callum Queenan at the end of the bench there. He's got his helmet off.
Well, all sports now are really concerned with concussions, and and most leagues have a concussion protocol. And I've actually take my hat off to the referee telling him to get off the ice.
Yeah, I do too. I definitely do not disagree with this one. He did get rocked. He got hit pretty hard down there, and the referee knew it. So 22 seconds remaining in the Meaford power play. I don't know how many power plays Meaford's had tonight, but it's been quite a few.
Well, Queenan is still sitting down at the end of the bench over there. And players are coming down tapping his pads and whatnot. He was hit pretty hard.
We'll make sure he knows how many fingers he's being shown. Check out the day of the week and find out where his hometown is again. McCall plays it on now to Farrell. Farrell to Hampus Wall. Wall fires it right on. Easy save in there by goalkeeper Trevor Babb in the Bradford goal. But this second period has been all Meaford Knights scored.
Oh, there's no doubt that that has occurred because the Knights have taken it to them. Only a couple of minutes of actual offense that the Rattlers have, and great goal by Bolda because he went from the red line in all by himself and managed to beat Babin, who's had an excellent game. Babin's played extremely well. Part of the reason why this game hasn't been blown wide open.
Hampus Walls. Oh, my goodness. A good save in there by Trevor Babin. I wasn't sure if that found the back of the net. There wasn't enough cheering going on for that to be a goal. So.
Besides that, I could see that it didn't go to the back of the net. I just didn't want to point that out to you.
Well, you're sitting down, I'm standing up, and my view was a little bit obstructed there, so lazy. All right, here come the Rattlers back into the Meaford zone. The Knights are going to come away with it. Daniel McCall plays it on to Farrell. Farrell looking for Hampus Wall, can't get it to him. That puck's going to go all the way back down into the Meaford zone. 4:20 remaining. Period number 2. Here's Will Vernon. Looking for Chase Lewis, unable to get it to him. Chase Lewis dumps it back in. Babin going to clear it along the boards and around. Knights come away with it. Daniels Lega with a pair of goals. Now here come the Rattlers. They've got numbers. Shot by Carasini. Where is it? That misses. Now here come the Knights. Turning into a 3-on-2 here. Here's Daniels Lega. Goes off the stick of Chase Lewis. And no harm came from that one. Takes a look, and good job there by Julian Delp. His stick's being held, but the referee doesn't care. McLean's taken in hard by Daniels Lega. Getting a little rough down there. And Knights get it out. Unfortunately for number 3, Ruslan Moscovitin. Unable to keep that one in. Bouncing puck in there. Who's going to come up with it? McLean will for the Rattlers. He's hacked down. That will definitely, that's a penalty. 7 days a week, 365 days a year, Gord.
Except on the leap year. You don't get that one called on the 29th
Okay, even then, it's going to be a penalty then.
Well, tripping call. He pulled the stick out, skates out from underneath it. And Meaford's going to have to kill this penalty off.
Tyler Strutz heading to the penalty box for Meaford. First penalty for the Knights in this period, I believe.
Well, Julian Dalve is coming over to the dressing room. He had a little problem, and he's heading to the bench.
Julian Delp filling in on defense tonight. He's doing a great job for the Knights.
Well, as we said earlier, the two top defensemen out with the one with the suspension, the one with an illness.
Here's Flink Larson into the corner. Lurkin. Puck tipped in front and scores. That was tipped in front by number 15, Dimitri Carasini.
Well, you only got one goal, and now you tie it up. They needed a couple, but power play is coming on. You're going to watch it on replay here.
Watch this tip by Carasini working his way in front.
Gets the shot, come back to the point. Carasini's there. Boom, you just see you get the stick on it, just changes direction. The old tip drill.
So Carasini ties this game up again. It's all knotted up at threes.
Well, it didn't take them very long to do that, just on the face-off, and it was in the net. But to gain special teams, that's one power play goal and a whole bunch that they've killed off. So
here's Connor Long. Long trying to work it in. He's got 5 green shirts all around him. Plays it off. Mitch Bolduc hit from behind and knocked down. Looking at the referee, asking why not a penalty on that one. 2:17 remaining, second period. Puck is knocked out by the Knights all the way back into the Bradford Rattlers zone. Comes off the boards. Rattlers getting a little more physical out there now. Puck comes in front, goes into the corner. Behind the net.
We alluded to the fact that the Rattlers are even bigger this year, but they haven't showed it this game, and all of a sudden they're starting to lay the body on.
And Tichborne brings that one in offside. Bradford Rattlers took his own player out right there.
Well, I'm surprised they didn't give him a penalty.
Checked him to the ice. He should have got at least an interference call there, I would think. I saw him look at the referee. He was kind of like asking him, are you going to give me a penalty for that?
Face outside the blue line. 3-3 tie here towards the end of the second period.
Knights trying to keep it in there, and they do. Leg guy in behind now. Oh, and Chase Lewis is punched in the face. I don't know if the referee saw that or not, but he got punched, I think, right in the throat by the Bradford Rattlers player. Let's take a look on the replay here. You watch, he's down in the corner here. Oh, it was a high stick, actually. It was a stick. I don't know whose stick it was,
actually,
but it caught him right in the neck.
It was the Knights player that got him with the stick. Number 15, Struts got him.
Yeah, caught him right across the neck. So
that's why there was no call, because it was the Meaford stick that did it.
Luckily for Chase Lewis, he's all right. Knights are able to clear it back in, delayed offside. Puck comes out now. Here's Mitch Bolduc bringing it back into the zone. Bolduc is taking it on the play. But he loses possession of that one. Coming back now is number 68, Mashkov. Mashkov is taken out of the play. Kept in there nicely at the point by Talipov. But Talipov is checked by Tyler Struts. Can Struts get around the outside? No, he can't. Struts takes his man out. Kept in at the point by Daniel McCall. Romani now leaves it for Talipov. Rink wide, hits his teammate in the skates. Very scrambly play. That's going to be offside. Taking his time getting off the ice over there was one of the Bradford Rattler players, and he technically nullified that play. Otherwise, Rattlers may have had a decent scoring opportunity.
Well, it's a lot of arenas, that board opening is just inside the blue line, so you have to be very careful about that, especially on changes, especially on the rush. You got to get in and out quick, and that's what happened. He crossed the blue line and ended up putting his team offside because he didn't get off in time.
15 seconds remaining here in period number 2. Now here are the Knights. Eric Lowry. Lowry, that shot rises and goes over the head of goalkeeper Trevor Babb. 5 seconds.
That was quite a rocket, too, and
that's going to do it for period number 2. And the Knights of Meaford, looks like Connor Long's having words down here with number 18, Zeknowski, but nothing's going to come of that.
Well, another strange period of hockey is right now is 2 goals to be scored, 1 for each team. Teams are tied 3-3 going into the third period, and we'll see what happens.
Going to take a short break, Gord, and we'll be back with period number 3.
rafters in the Edmonton Arena. Everyone is feeling the pressure on the Grabs as they await the American champs. Here's the Cleveland favorite Knits now, and boy, do they look impressive.
Look at their uniforms. I bet you could sure run in smart shorts like those.
Not that. Look, world champs in my eye.
Grads, we don't play for glory. We play the game for the game's sake. So tonight, you're going to earn that title by playing your game. Teamwork, passing. Let's show them what it means to play the Grads.
Champions for 25 years. The record of 502 wins and only 20 losses is unmatched in all of sport.
Hi, I'm Carol Merton, host of HealthLink. HealthLink is a program connecting home, community, and healthcare. Please join us on Rogers TV for HealthLink.
Welcome back, everyone. Period number 3 about to get underway. And as you can see on your screen, all knotted up at threes, Gord.
Oh, it is. And it's been just a weird hockey game. At first period, penalty filled, silly things happening on both benches, and then the Rattlers had taken a 2-1 lead. Meaford taking a 3-2 lead in the third period, and just about 2 minutes to go. Tied it up 3-3, and that was Carasini who got the goal, and it's tied 3-3, and this is usually Meaford's best period, so hopefully that they bring their A game and come back. And Gemmel's played really well this period as far as goaltending. Trevor Babb has been just outstanding in the Rattlers goal and has kept the score down, and it's 3-3.
Eric Lowry just got sent back to the dressing room for some reason. He must be missing a piece of equipment, so let's take a look now at the GMHL's leading scorers. Chris Hay, 92 points sitting there in 25 games. Almost a 4-point-a-game streak for that young man.
Well, it's 3 St. George players all up there at the top of the loop. And before you get anybody even close, and Tottenham's got a goal scorer that's in 4th place, and it's almost 30 points behind. So,
as I say, the young man sitting in 4th, Vyacheslav Grigentiev of Tottenham. I've been talking about him all season long on Night's Talk, and he is a prolific goal scorer in this league, has been for about 3 years now. So he'll be after Mr. Hay. Here comes Struts. That goes off of a stick and high out of play. We're going to get a face-off to the right of goalkeeper Trevor Babb.
Oh, Babin got a stick on and deflected it up in over the glass. And like I said earlier in the period, Babin has just been outstanding this game. He's made all kinds of key saves and stopped the Knights from really exploding as far as their offense is concerned, because the Knights were in control in that second period and had all kinds of scoring opportunities. Babin stayed home and
tipped in front by Justin Pereira on a nice feed there by Connor Long, unable to put that one home. Here's a pass right in front, shot, oh my goodness. Did that hit the pipe?
I don't think so. I think Gemmel got a piece of it and deflected it out over the pretty sure. So.
Dimitri Carasini with an absolute rocket. He went so fast, I'm not sure exactly what it hit.
Well, I don't think it hit the iron. You would have heard it. But I think Gemmel got a piece of it and knocked it up over the glass.
Here comes a shot right on.
That's the second or third time they've won the draw, and the shots come real quick.
Now here come the Knights. Tyler Struts has got some steam coming down the left side. Out front, shot, loose puck. Oh, and the Knights cannot bury it. But what a rush by Captain Tyler Struts.
Struts got it in, got it back to the point, then they got the shot away, and a good stop again by Babbitt. That puck bounced around, and he was able to steer it off into the corner.
Here come the Knights again. Here's Chase Lewis in over the line. He fires. That goes off a leg. Daniels Lega tries to get it out front, and the Rattlers misplay it. Picked up by Tyler Strutz. Tries to get it out front. I don't know if they froze those pucks enough because they seem to be bouncing around a lot, Gord.
Oh, they're frozen up. Everything's frozen in this arena.
It's cold.
This is the ice box, I'll tell you. We can rename it without any problem at all.
Probably one of the cold. I had to go outside to get warm. Here's Sweeney, man wide open in front. Oh, just tipped wide by number 12. That was Cameron Nealon. He's had a couple of opportunities tonight, but unable to bury it. One was on a breakaway in that second period.
Actually, this is the second coldest arena in the two counties.
Who's number one?
Shallow Lake.
And a man taken down. Tried to draw a penalty there, but the referees didn't buy into that one. Now the Knights trying to come away with it. It's cleared by Nealon back into his own zone. Here's Nealon. Into the center to Sweeney. Sweeney has it taken off of him. Knights come away with it again. Here's Connor Long. He takes a look. Plays it on now to Hampus Wall. Owen Tichborne back into Wall. Oh, he had Farrell out front, but unable to get it to him. Now the Rattlers come away with it. Here comes Flank. Gustav Flank shot. And a good position there by goalkeeper Graham Gemmell.
Terrence McLean made a nice play in front of the net as he deflected that puck away, and Babin didn't have to do anything with it, but another scoring opportunity for the Knights squandered on that.
Mitch Bolduc sitting, he was in your picture there just a minute ago, and he was on Knights Talk there a couple days ago, and he had this quite an impressive mustache going on. It looks like he shaved it off, so must have been for Movember. Here comes a shot. That goes high and wide. Daniel McCall clears around. Here's Justin Pereira for the Knights. He's got Hyndman coming with him. Pereira plays it into the corner. Hyndman checks it away. Pereira doing a good job out there. The puck gets cleared away to center. Will Vernon clears it, and Babin is being challenged by the Knights player, but he's able to get it away. Will Vernon takes his man. Here comes Gustav Flank. Flank shot. Well, he has a heavy shot. And Graham Gemmell is up to the task and makes that save.
Oh, he did. He came right over and he got himself in position. And, of course, when you do that and you set it up and the forward just fired it and he put it right into his chest protector, right on the logo. But that's playing goal today. It's angle, positioning, and trying to keep yourself in so that you can deflect the shot or put it away.
Shot right on. Graham Gemmell had himself down, and he was able to cover that one up before any harm was done.
Less on reflexes as far as goaltender is concerned, too. It's more about positioning, like I said, more about angles, more about. But reflexes are important, but not like they used to be when you have to be so quick to make the stop.
That puck was blocked in there by Tyler Strutz, but it's in behind the goal. The Knights, Connor Long's going to clear it around. That's going to go for icing. That's got a lot on it, and it will be icing.
Of all the positions that have in hockey over the last number of years, since the 1970s, the biggest differences have been in goaltending. The style of the equipment, the size of the equipment, the difference in the face masks, the sticks, the way they handle the puck, the way they play the game, the different style.
I totally agree with you, Gord, because I was a goalie in the mid-'70s, and if I had the equipment these guys have today, I probably would have had a much better goals against average than I had.
So. And the goal equipment does make you better.
Here comes the shot. Oh, and just off the pad of Graham Gemmell. Puck goes in behind the net. Chase Lewis takes it. And the Knights are going to clear it out. Wide open. Oh, it just goes off the skate of Tyler Strutz. Strutz looks in front. Bouncing puck. Strutz. Where is it? It is ping-ponging around in front of that goal and finally covered up by Trevor Babb.
Babb had a heck of a time finding it when he finally did, but good offensive thrust by the Meaford Knights, and just being denied by the goaltender. Like, I can't say enough about Trevor Babb. He's had a great game tonight. And if it hadn't been for him, this score could be a lot higher.
Looks like there's a penalty coming up here, a minor penalty. And the Knights are going to make a line change since they're on the power play. Minor penalty has been assessed to the Bradford Rattlers. Let me guess, unsportsmanlike conduct? Probably.
Probably.
Let's have a listen to PA announcer Fred Wallace. Go figure, 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike conduct to number 5, Ian Frizz. So the Knights get another opportunity here. Here's a shot right on, good save. Unsportsmanlike conduct again. It'll be interesting to see the score sheet after this one, Gordon, see exactly how many penalties they got for shooting their mouths off. Good job in there to retain possession of that puck by Mitch Bolduc. Rattlers are really pressuring the Knights in there. Knights unable to get anything started. That puck cleared. Oh, and Sweeney. Oh, if he had taken that cleanly, he would have had a breakaway.
Well, that's the case where the puck was bouncing a bit. Sweeney couldn't control it and then lost it and couldn't capitalize.
McCall right onto the stick of Daniels Lega. Loose in there, and Trevor Babbin's going to cover that up. This really has not been a very pretty period at all. We've got about 4 minutes gone. But not a really nice period to watch at all.
Oh, not at all. And it's scrappy hockey, and you know, I'm not sure whether it's both teams in defensive mode or whatever, but nothing really sustained happens. It's just
from the draw, the Knights win it. Can they maintain it? No, they can't. Puck goes all the way back down into the Meaford zone. Graham Gemmell out to play it. Leaves it for Tyler Strutz.
Meaford power play has really been anemic tonight. They haven't been able to get much started in the game, too. You can say that's the case. Maybe the penalty killing has been far superior from the Rattlers.
Lowry is taken down. And now here come the Rattlers. Here comes the shot. That goes over top of the net. Graham Gemmell gets a piece of that one. Here's Chase Lewis, plays it on to Tyler Strutz, back to Lewis. Lewis leaves it for Lowry with a shot right on. 4 seconds remaining in the power play. The Knights will get an opportunity here with the draw, but not much you can do in those 4 seconds, I wouldn't think. 13-10 remaining.
Well, you know what? A good face-off man will get the draw, get it to shooter, and the Rattlers done that a couple of times tonight where they have run the draw, and then bang, it's gone towards the net as quick as possible.
Puck comes rink wide. Able to keep that in was Daniel McCall, but here come the Rattlers. Here's Flink. Shot right on. That just misses, and that goes over the net. That's going to go all the way back. Or is that coming outside the line? Just outside the line. There's goalkeeper Graham Gemmell. He's been called on to make some big saves tonight for the Knights.
Oh, Gemmell's played well, too. Still 3-3 tie here remaining in the with 12:55 remaining here in the third period, and Meaford having trouble getting any sustained offense. Power play hasn't been clicking tonight, but yet it's still 3-3, but also to Babb, Trevor Babb for the Rattlers who played one super game.
Yeah, I think the Knights have had a ton of power play opportunities. I don't believe they've scored a power play goal tonight.
No, they haven't.
It's all been even strength. That puck is cleared into the meshing by Will Vernon. Face-off is going to come to the right of goalkeeper Graham Gemmell.
Well, this is the time of the game where, you know, there's still 12 minutes remaining, only 8 minutes gone, but you got to start thinking one goal could make the difference right here, and who's the team going to blink first?
That's right. Knights come away with it. Here's Will Vernon. Vernon reverses the flow, and here comes number 18, Owen Tichborne. He's been hot of late. Tichborne, he was looking in front for Hampus Wall, but Wall was tied up by the Rattlers forward. Here's Will Vernon. He's going to play it back to Hampus Wall. Wall was looking for Brandon Farrell, but just missed him with that pass.
Well, that was a nice lead pass up through the center, trying to lengthen that ice surface, and just missed by a hair as he was coming through the neutral zone. If he would have got that on the tape, he would have been all in. You get a good shot of the crowd there who are enjoying the game here at the Meaford Arena. And folks, if you can't watch it on Rogers Television on Friday nights and Saturday mornings, sure come down to the rink. They usually play Thursday night as a home night date. Next week we'll be here with a broadcast, the telecast, and Meaford night. So come on down to the arena. The folks, the kids would like to hear your voices cheering them on right here in the arena.
Not too many games to go before the Christmas break. I believe there's possibly 2 more that we're going to be broadcasting on Rogers. And here come, the Rattlers. What a great opportunity they had to bury one there, but the pass went behind Cassini. Puck goes in behind the net. Takes his man out of the play, Hampus Wall. That fourth line for the Knights is certainly getting a lot of ice time tonight.
Well, you know, they've been doing some stuff. They've been skating and hustling. Here they go again. Look at that. They're right down the ice, checking it out. And good for the fourth line. Get some time out there. If they're going to be their best line, might as well use them.
Picked up by Skylar. Skylar Robertson was using that. All those players in front of the net for the screen. Gets the shot away, Babb, and is able to cover that one up.
I'm not sure he saw that particular shot, but like I said, it got through a maze of players and managed to just hit him square in the logo. So
11-11 remaining. And that puck's going to come out over the line. Connor Long clears it back in. Puck's cleared out. Connor Long's going to pick it up again. He's going to have to wait for his teammates to clear. Goes in behind the net. In after that is Chase Lewis. Cleared out. Now here comes Nealon. Nealon's easy to pick out with all that hair. Nealon, that goes off of a Meaford stick, but no harm done. Now here comes Tyler Strutz. Strutz shoots, and holding on to that post was Trevor Babb in the Rattlers' goal, and he makes that save. There's head coach GM Nathan Parrish. He has really been the face of this franchise since they first came to Meaford 5 years ago, and getting to know Nathan personally is one heck of a guy.
He's a really and good ambassador for the game, too. Knows his stuff, is an excellent coach.
Here's a Gustav Flink. Plays it in front. That went off a skate over top of the net. Here's Flink again. Gustav Flink. Where is it? That goes into the corner. Carasini behind the net. Back to Flink. Flink's knocked off the puck. Carasini in front shot. Oh, what a save, Graham Gemmell. Gemmell gets the blocker up on that one. Otherwise, it's a 4-3 hockey game. Lucan absolutely robbed by Graham Gemmell.
Oh, you're going to see it here. The puck comes back out to the front of the net, and he's really just on his doorstep.
Evgeny Lukin all by himself. Watch right here.
Boom.
Graham Gemmell just gets the blocker on it.
Yeah, nice save. Game 2. It's position and being aware of where the puck is and that anticipation. And goaltenders today are coached to do that.
Eric Lowry wins that draw for the Knights, brings it out of his own zone, tipped by Justin Pereira into the zone. Now that's going to head all the way back down. Is it going to be icing? It is. That puck had a lot of front spin on it and carried it over the line in behind goalkeeper Graham Gemmell. And the Knights are going to get an opportunity for a face-off in the Rattlers zone to the left of goalkeeper Trevor Babb. And 9:53 remaining, a 3-3 tie. From the draw, Knights win it. Comes to Connor Long. Long with a shot. Oh, and that knocked a stick right out of the hand of Trevor Babin. Gets his stick back. Now Pereira trying to work it into the zone. He does. He chases after it. Heineman looks in front. Connor Long's going to chase that one down. Plays it out front. Heineman is taken down. And Connor Long takes his man down, but the referee's going to, oh no, he's going to get a penalty for it. The back referee here caught it. The front referee was going to let it go. But the referee back behind the play was going to call it. So the Knights are going to end up in the penalty box right now. Should be an interference call, I would imagine.
Well, I don't think it will be an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, but
it is an interference call going to Connor Long. He tripped his man coming out of the zone, and the referee closest to the play was going to let it go. But the referee further back on the play decided he was going to call it.
Well, they better be careful because the power play for the Rattlers, they've got one tonight, and that was one quick shot as he got the face-off, and then he put it back out, and boom, it was in the net. So it's the key to this particular face-off deep in their own zone. They have to control the puck. So Strutz is talking to the official.
This is not the referee you want to be talking to. You can tell he's very animated there. Might have had a bad day at work or something.
Well, he's smiling now anyway, so, I mean, at least he was looking for an explanation. He got it, and
not sure what he was asking him, but it was definitely a penalty, Connor Long, but it could be something totally unrelated. Here's Kalapov. Shot fanned on it by Flank. Comes back to Flank. Plays it into Carasini. Carasini takes a look back to Flank. Back to Carasini. Dimitri Carasini over to Marcitska. That goes off of the stick of Chase Lewis.
That whole power play has a distinct European flavor, I'll tell you, with some of the names that you were calling out on that particular. But again, too, at the start of that particular play, the Rattlers won the draw, got the puck back to the point, and then they were away to the races. Meaford has to win the draw, win the air zone, and get that puck outside the zone. They cannot lose the draw inside, especially this late in the game. Finally, they win the draw.
Will Vernon had that puck stripped away. Knights had actually won that draw, but is it going to come out? Yes, it is. Romani, teammate, cannot handle that one. That's going to be cleared all the way down the ice. 1:20 remaining in the interference penalty to Connor Long. 8:23 remaining in period number 3. All tied up at 3s between the Rattlers and the Knights of Meaford. And here was Eric Lowry on a breakaway. Lowry, no! And Trevor Babb. Lowry just couldn't get that one to settle down. That puck was rolling on him. And when he finally did get it to settle down on his stick, it was far too late. Had him in. So watch here, Gord, as gets control of this puck right here. You can see the puck is rolling on end right here, and it continues to bounce around on him quite a bit. And by the time he finally got control of it,
True enough, but good opportunity for the Meaford Knights as they had a chance to go up 4-3 with a shorthanded goal, and Lowry couldn't put it in the cage. And of course, again, Trevor Babb, absolutely flawless so far in this period.
There's a shot right on. Graham Gemmell comes up with a nice save.
Now, Gemmell's just played as well in this third period, too. And, of course, Gemmell's made some really good stops in this last 5 or 6 minutes, and especially on this power play. Made a couple of good ones and kept this game tied at 3-3.
35 seconds remaining in the Meaford penalty to Connor Long. Here comes the shot right on. And that changed direction, but Graham Gemmell comes up with the save.
Yeah, it was kind of heavy, too, because you heard the sound coming off those pads, and Gemmell's making a good case for being player of the game, I'll tell you right now.
Rattlers keep it in there. Here's Flink with a shot right on, and Gemmell again gets that big red glove out there and makes the save.
Meaford's got to win the faceoff in that zone. That's 4 faceoffs. They 5 faceoffs had in that zone, and during this penalty, because Gemmell has frozen the puck, and they have lost 4 out of the 5 faceoffs. So they can't afford to lose another one, and they did.
And the Meaford players taken down after that draw. That was Jeff Hyman. There's a shot right in front. Graham Gemmell. Oh my goodness, Graham Gemmell got that leg back there and made that save. The Rattlers players are upset because the puck was still loose in there. Let's take a look. Graham Gemmell stretches that pad. Watch this, Gordon.
Referee had blown the whistle. You could see his hands coming up before the shot got, because he was talking about the puck being underneath the pad, and where the pad was down, and you could see his hands were out, and he was blowing the whistle. That whistle went before the puck went in the net. That was a good call.
Now here are the Rattlers still working in there. Shot right on Graham. That went off of Will Vernon. That stung. You could hear that all the way up here. The penalty is over. The Knights kill it, but the Rattlers still pressuring in the Knights zone. McLean with a shot, and Will Vernon takes another one for the team. He's the boys owe him an extra Pepsi tonight at the bar. Shot right on by Mitch Bolduc. Or at least there's Matt Ellsworth getting his first shift of the night. Matt Ellsworth was a guest on Night's Talk just this past week, and really nice young man from Illinois. Makes the most of whatever opportunities he gets. Puck comes in over the line. Here's Nealon. Cameron Nealon gets it out now to Martiska. And Graham Gemmell is going to hold on to that one.
You know, that's one of the things that the Rattlers have done over and over and over again all night, and that is win the faceoff draws. And during that power play, they were dominant in the circle. And you got to give full marks to Gemmell for making the stops, trying to slow the play down, freezing that puck, and doing a nice job as they killed off the penalty. And again, it appears the Rattlers are going back in the penalty box.
Sweeney is in the penalty box. Not sure what he's in there for, but we will find out.
Well, the face-off going with Nealon's talking to the referee, and that's not a good idea, guys. Unsportsmanlike conduct. How much
not
you want
to that guy.
We getting another unsportsmanlike conduct penalty?
But as I said, Gordon, I was saying in between intermissions. Let's hear what the unsportsmanlike conduct again. But you remember back, the first penalty of the game was at about 1:58, not even 2 minutes into the game, and it was an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty to the Rattlers. Now, in my mind, the referee had probably made it very clear to the teams that he wasn't going to take any extracurricular yapping from the players, right? It's quite obvious because that has been the theme for the entire night, and Bradford has had their share of those penalties all night long.
Well, if you have selective hearing and you don't hear them tell you that, then it's unfortunately you're going to pay the price. But again, too, they have killed off all the penalties. Now, this is a perfect opportunity. 6:07 remaining. Meaford has to score on this. They cannot fool around it anymore.
Here comes a shot right on. Tyler Strutz got the rebound but couldn't do anything with it. Daniels Lega is in the corner, picked up by Chase Lewis. Lewis works it around, gets it back to the point. Connor Long. And here comes number 25. That's Matt Barrett. Barrett with a shot. Oh, and Graham Gemmell makes a great save. Now here come the Knights back the other way. Tyler Strutz fires. That goes off the blocker. And that's going to, no, I thought it was going to hit the messengers, but it didn't. Here's Barrett. Barrett getting his first shifts of the game. And he has had two decent opportunities here. Hacked down on the play. Referee says no, but I thought I saw a two-handed swing there. Now, there's an injured player, and it's Matt Barrett. And the Knights, Daniels Lega is taking a penalty here. Now, there's one of the, Matt Barrett is in obvious discomfort, but he took that two-handed swing at the Meaford Knights player. I wonder if that may have been retaliation for that two-handed swing.
Well, you never know what's in the mind of the player, but I wouldn't be surprised. But you know what? He's getting slashing call, but you know what? The silly part about it is the fact is that it nullifies the power play opportunity. It's going to play 4-on-4 for a minute, and then the Rattlers get another penalty with about 3 minutes to go. So
referees always see the retaliation.
There's no doubt about that. The other side of it is a referee and refereeing football and basketball and umpiring. Boy, you tell the player you don't want to hear anything more out of them. The next consequence is In baseball, you toss them. In soccer, you toss them. Basketball gets a technical foul. So
Daniels Lega takes a penalty. But now here's a chance for the Knights. Here comes Mitch Bolduc. Where is it?
It's underneath.
It's underneath.
Babbin making another just miraculous save here. As Bolduc was right on and made the move, and it couldn't finish.
Mitch Bolduc had that back. Let's take a look at the speed of Mitch Bolduc here as he picks up this loose puck right here, and he's off to the races. Tries to go 5-hole, but Trevor Babb, no part of that. Shot by Will Vernon. The puck is knocked into the corner by Babbin. Here's Eric Lowry. Lowry's taken down. Now here come the Rattlers. 3-3 with 4:37 remaining. 20 seconds remaining in the Rattlers penalty, and then they'll go on about a 1-minute power play. And here's Eric Lowry now coming away with it. Going to flip that down into the Rattler zone. The Rattlers about to go on an abbreviated power play. They'll have about 57 seconds to work with. There's a shot scores! Number 68, that's Alexei Mashkov. Easily breaks through the center of the Meaford Knights defense. And now the score is 4-3 in favor of the Rattlers.
Oh, you're going to see him pick the puck up at the blue line. And then in his own zone, pardon me, and then just get through the hole, and then he's going to put it away. That's end-to-end rush. I thought he picked it up at the blue line, but seeing it on replay, you see a little bit different angle of it, but that was a beautiful play by Metskov as he took it up the ice, put it in the goal, went split the D and put it right in the net. Gimmel didn't have much chance on that one.
Daniels Lega is headed to the Meaford dressing room. Not sure what that's about. Now the Knights trying to get back into this one. They trail 4-3. Shot comes on. Matt Ellsworth out there for his second shift of the night. Got a man breaking. Zekanowski. Got all kinds of stuff going on behind the play down here, but the Knights work the puck back into the zone. Skylar Robertson was hooked up there. Referees are going to let that go. No, they're not. There's going to be a penalty. The referee saw it. Skylar Robertson was hooked on that play. Might be a good idea for the Knights just to... Here comes Struts with the shot. Rebound. Now the referee is making a high sticking call.
And Bradford's going to the penalty box, and that's Nealon is going to go, and he got tagged for high sticking, and now the Meaford Knights go back on the power play with 3:10 remaining.
Actually, number 18, it's Oscar Zekanowski, but I thought it was Nealon heading to the box as well, but Zekanowski's taking his spot.
Well, anyway, whoever's going in the box, Meaford's going to call a timeout, and I think they want to discuss this because they've struggled on the power play. Bradford's had 2 goals on the power play, so
Meaford with plenty of opportunities tonight, as you said, on that power play. And as you can see, there's director scouting Danny Smith with his back to us, and assistant coach Dean Martin in the middle. Now he's moved to the far side, and head coach Nathan Parrish.
Parrish, the brain trust, there's no doubt that as we alluded earlier about the skill level of Nathan Parrish. He's had some pretty interesting hockey teams over the last 5 years that he's been here, and obviously has done well, and those kids play for him, and it's kind of neat to see that he's taking the role back on. Meaford is in 4th place right now, and if they don't pull this one out, they'll be 3 points back of Bradford.
So the Knights with an opportunity here. 3:13 remaining. They got 2-minute power play to try and tie this one up. The puck is cleared and picked up by Nealon. Here's Nealon with an opportunity. tries to go around Tyler Strutz, but he can't get it by him. Now here's Chase Lewis in over the line. The Knights need to slow it down and set it up in there. Jeff Hyndman, and that's covered up by Trevor Babb. Knights need to slow this down and get it set up.
Well, the Knights have had trouble winning faceoffs all night, and they have to win to get control of the puck in the zone to get this power play set up and get it to the point where they can, like you said, slow the plate down, get the people in position to get the shot. And
they lost another draw, but got possession of it there. Puck's cleared over to Tyler Strutz. Strutz now comes back to Connor Long. Long fires. That doesn't go through. That hits at number 9.
Meaford has just picked out a penalty, and I believe number...
No, he's... I think he was telling number 9, Andy Romani to go to the bench is what he was doing, but now Romani's just going to head off. He took that puck. He is an obvious discomfort down here.
And the referee is motioning for a trainer to come off the bench. He must have got it pretty good.
Trainer's heading down around the other way.
Well, and
Romani is now didn't want to go off, but now the referee's telling him that you have to. So he's headed down into the
trainer went around the ice service instead of he went around the back of the goal. There's a passageway back there. So
looks like the referee's staying with the player until the trainer gets there. And he certainly was. Hats off to the referee for that, to make sure the player was okay. Now the Knights with 2:35 remaining, 1:22 remaining in their power play, desperately needing a goal to tie this one up. And as you said, Gord, no luck on the face-offs tonight.
Well, you know, that's a skill that the Rattlers have come to the forefront tonight every so often, but they have to... Meaford's got to win those draws and haven't been able to do it.
Loose over to Strutz. Strutz is going to fire it around behind the goal. Skylar Robertson picks it up. Robertson taking a look. Plays it back to Connor Long. To Strutz, tipped in front. Oh my goodness, Jeff Hyndman that close to tying it up. Jeff Hyndman now. Back to Strutz. Strutz over to Long. Long tipped in front by Skylar Robertson, and that misses, and that puck is going to be cleared out to center. And we've got 30 seconds remaining in the Meaford power play. Here comes Chase Lewis into the Rattler zone. Here comes the shot, tipped in front. Robertson, another shot.
And Babin got the puck again. Babin has just been unbelievable tonight. You know, the story of this game is the power play of Meaford being inept and not being able to do anything tonight. And yet they've been very solid all year. And of course, Trevor Babin closing the door. He's given up 3 goals, but 1:31 remaining, and time is a factor right now.
19 seconds remaining in the power play. I would have been half tempted to pull my goalie at that point.
Well, I thought the same thing, but
7 seconds remaining. Penalties over now, and the Knights and the Rattlers have done a great job on the penalty kill against the Knights of Meaford tonight. Over for the Knights. Shot right on Gemmels and just going to knock it off to the side. Less than a minute remaining here in period number 3. The Rattlers holding on to a slim 4-3 lead over the Knights of Meaford. The last time these two teams met, the Knights won the game by a score of 6-4 down in Bradford just a couple of weeks ago. There's a shot right on. That bounces high. Here's Will Vernon now. Nealon went down and went for a tumble. 28 seconds, and Meaford needs to get possession of this puck, get Gemmel out. And the Rattlers pick up possession. Empty net. Meaford has pulled their goalkeeper. Connor Long with 14 seconds remaining. Here's Long. Eric Lowry did not know that puck was coming. They got to clear the zone. Now here's Connor Long. Shot right on, and 2.4 seconds remaining. That is not going to be enough time. Meaford is just going to have to try a one-timer right from the face-off, Gord. That's about the only option they've got at this point.
They have to win the draw and then get the thing as quick as possible. But you're right. I think But I'll tell you that the face-off right now is in deep. Got 2 seconds, got to win, and they did. And it looks like the Rattlers are going to leave this building winning this hockey game 4-3. Here on Rogers TV as the Meaford Knights go down to the Rattlers 4-3.
Yeah, and you know, Gord, it was a game that really had. How can I be nice about it? It wasn't the most entertaining hockey game in the world tonight. Two teams playing very tight, it seemed, all night long. Bradford undisciplined with those unsportsmanlike conduct penalties. I'm going to be taking a look at the stats after tonight's game and get a look. But there were a ton of them on behalf of the Bradford Rattlers, and that really takes away from any kind of good flow there is to a hockey game. That could have been a big part of it, the fact that it wasn't the most exciting game in the world.
That is true too. But the thing is too, you got to give full marks to the Rattlers. Their special teams tonight were just phenomenal. Meaford had all kinds of power play opportunities and couldn't convert, and then they would lose. Then they got 2 power play goals, and then one. The other part of the game was scoring 2 full strength goals. So you full marks to the Rattlers, and also Babin had a heck of a game. And in my book, he's the player of the game for the Rattlers. And Gemmell played just as well, but unfortunately, he's on the losing end of the score, 4-3. So those are my 2 picks as the players of the game.
You know, Gord, you take a look at that North Division, the top 6 teams, so close. So and the Knights have lost their games that they've lost this year. Most of them have been by 1 goal. To the teams that are ahead of them in the standings at this point. So that really is a good indicator of just how tight things are in that North Division.
Oh, you're right. It is extremely tight, and any given night, any one of those top 4 teams or top 6 teams can beat each other. And this just happened to be not Meaford's night. Some of the things didn't go well for them, but that doesn't necessarily mean that this isn't a good hockey club. Nathan Perry's a pretty sharp guy. He's going to be taking a look at the video of this, and he will. But he's going to take a look at it. Number 1, their power play was anemic tonight. Number 2, they lost all kinds of draws that they didn't win, which made it difficult for them to get control of the puck in the zone. So all these contributing factors, like you said, it wasn't that exciting a hockey game, but that doesn't matter. When you look at the stats at the end of the day, it's 4-3 for the Rattlers, and they come into Meaford Barn and win. And
things don't get any easier for the Knights. Next Thursday night, December the 7th, here in Meaford, New Tech Civics will be in town. I'll be honest with you, I think that's the first time since I've been doing the Knights broadcast that I've actually seen the Civics play here in Meaford. So it's going to be an exciting night. Another really important game to both of those teams heading into the Christmas break. So, Gord, that's going to do it for us tonight.
Just one second before we take off, I just want to say a thing about New Tech. I mean, they're on a 5-game losing streak, so next week it's going to be really important that Meaford come out and take it to these guys. So, New Tech, it should be an interesting hockey game.
Should be a great hockey game. So, if you can, get yourselves out here to the Meaford St. Vincent Community Center next Thursday night. New Tech Civics in town to play the Meaford Knights. So, on behalf of producer Mark Perry, Gord Chapman, color commentator, I'm Rob Leonard, and our good friend Corey Porteous behind the camera. That's going to do it for us for this week. We'll see you next time on Knights of Meaford Hockey.